Hello guys, happy holidays, how are you? Welcome to episode number 7 of the Everything NYJ podcast. I love having you guys here. If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe. It really helps me out a lot. And it's Christmas Eve, right? It's the most wonderful time of year, Christmas time. Everybody's happy, everybody's in the Christmas spirit. But it's kind of hard to be happy right now if you're a New York Jets fan. If you're a Jets fan, you're not happy. I'm not happy. Like, I'm wearing this hat. Like, I'm trying to be the Christmas spirit, but the Jets make it really difficult for me. Obviously, they did the one thing that they should not have done. They won a game. The Jets finished out a game. For the first time this season, the Jets won 23-20. The biggest upset of the 2020 NFL season, right? The Rams were supposed to blow the Jets' doors off. It was supposed to be a blowout. Nobody was expecting the Rams not to show up. And Sean McVay, he couldn't coach himself out of a paper bag to save his life. Jared Goff didn't show up. And the Jets were the better team. It's unbelievable, right? Oh my God. Adam Gase, after the game, even said that during the week. Apparently, Sean McVay's calling Adam Gase at 4 o'clock in the morning, LA time, 7 o'clock, 7:15, whatever it was here, and was like, yeah, you guys are playing really good. Don't worry, the win is going to come. Yeah, the win sure did come against the Rams. They were winning the division, the Rams. Incredible. I can't believe the Jets upset the Rams. And while doing that, the Jets ruined the overall pick, the first round draft pick. We were supposed to get the greatest quarterback since Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, John Elway, take your pick. Whoever, your favorite quarterback of that era was. Trevor Lawrence was supposed to be the next big thing. The next generational talent. He was going to be the quarterback that led the Jets to Super Bowls, playoff appearances, many wins to come. He was going to be the next great quarterback for probably the next 20 years. And we won this one meaningless game. And we ruined all of it. Seriously, what does a win today do for the Jets long term? I'm telling you what, man, after the Jets won that game, I lost it. I flipped out. I was cursing out everybody on Twitter. I cursed out Jamal Adams. I was going after fans. I was not happy. I honestly was the worst version of myself after that game. And I admit it, because I'm angry. I sat through 13 weeks of bad football. I sat through 13 weeks of incompetency, 13 weeks of Frank Gore, who I love to death, and I respect him. But he does not belong on the field during this season for the Jets. It's a meaningless season. Put Ty Johnson out there. Ty Johnson looked really good, getting a touchdown against the Rams. Put him out there more. There's a million other guys that should be out there, other than Frank Gore. I sat through 13 weeks of bad football, knowing that the end result was great. It was going to be Trevor Lawrence. It was better days to come. Pay now, play later. That's what it's supposed to be. Suffer now, rewards later. And we ruined it. What do we have to look forward to now? Why are we watching games now? There's no reason to watch besides just being a fan. We're just watching to watch the Jets. There's nothing to look forward to. The second pick, what do you do with that? And, for the fans that wanted the Jets to win, I can't tell you guys how to be fans, right? I'm not going to do that. But what does it do for you? You're happy this week, right? Oh, yeah, the Jets won a game, but what does that do for us? It builds the culture? It changes the culture? Not really. Adam Gase is still here. The same guys are still here. They're not automatically a good team because they beat the Rams. Look at all the other weeks. We got blown up by the Chiefs. We got blown out by the Seahawks. We got blown out, shut out by Miami. We're not a good team. And the drop-off from first is huge. The first overall draft pick, number 1, it does so much for us. You know, it brings a lot to us, whether we want to trade the pick for a king's ransom, get a bunch of picks with it. It's a selling point to the next head coach. We could easily call up Eric Bieniemy and say, hey, you want to come here? We have the first overall draft pick. You could bring in your quarterback. It's your vision. Build the team however you want. So now what we have to worry about is the second overall draft pick. So now we have to call up a coach and say, hey, do you guys want, do you think you could work with Sam Darnold and try to salvage his career? It's not like, Sam Darnold's going to be sitting behind somebody great and learning and getting that year of experience that he needs. He needs to be benched for a season. I like Sam, but I even said that, a change of scenery was best for him. But Sam also, he played great against the Rams. But the problem is, it's the inconsistency. Sam Darnold's stats, he had 207 yards. He actually broke 200 yards for the first time since, the Raiders game. And he had like 201 yards, something like that. One touchdown, and he had a rating of 99.8. But that's not the Sam Darnold that we see every week. We see the Sam Darnold that's making bad decisions, that's throwing interceptions, that's not breaking 200 yards every week, that's missing wide open receivers. That's the Sam Darnold that we're seeing every week, the broken Sam Darnold. Am I happy for the players? Of course I am. I'm happy for Sam that he got his win, but I'm not happy as a fan. Because now we have to worry about saving this guy's career. I don't want Justin Fields. I don't want Zach Wilson. None of those guys really impress me. I think at this point we're better off sticking with Sam, honestly. For me, it was Trevor or nobody. It really was. Justin Fields, he didn't look great at all. And Zach Wilson, he struggled a couple times this season too. I'm not really impressed with him. We're better off just building around Sam. And I said maybe, a change of scenery would be best for him. Maybe it's going to be best here. We got to wipe out the coaching staff, get rid of all, the players that aren't, stepping up, and just building around him, getting a legit coaching staff in here and trying to change the scenery for him. Other than that, there's really nothing else that we can do, guys. There's really not. It's upsetting. All we had was 2 more weeks of this, and it was over. Then we would have had the reward that we wanted. And not only that, I kind of wanted to go 0-16, and that doesn't make me a bad fan. I wanted Adam Gase to go 0-16. I wanted that, stink to be on his resume. Because I can't stand Adam Gase. Where does Adam Gase go from here? I don't know. I don't think he's getting another coaching gig. How could he? He's not going to be an offensive coordinator anywhere because his offense is dead last in everything. I feel like an idiot even wearing this stupid Jets hat right now. It's the holiday season, but come on. Adam Gase, he's a dead man walking in. He knows it. And I swear to God, I just don't trust the Johnsons. I don't trust the I'm sure that he's going to be fired. But now that they have that one win, I don't trust the Johnsons to fire him right now. I really don't. He got his one win. Look at that. The players are still playing hard for him. There's no quit in this team. Adam Gase can really get the guys to rally around him. That's what I'm afraid is going to happen. Realistically, I don't think that's going to happen, but that's what I'm afraid of. Maybe Adam Gase needs to go to college. Go be an offensive coordinator down there. Something. I don't know. I don't really know where he's going. As long as he's not here next year, I really don't care, honestly. It's going to be interesting, though, right? But getting into a little bit other news, during the week. Quinnen Williams is unfortunately out for the season with a neck injury and a concussion. He's been placed on injury reserve, and his season is done. And it's a real shame because Quinnen Williams really had a breakout season this year. He was really starting to come into his own and, really prove why he was a first-round draft pick for us. I don't think that he should have been a first-round draft pick for us, but he was, and now he really needs to step it up and prove why he was. I think he was, he really was coming into that role. And it's really unfortunate that his season is done. We can only wish him the best. I wish him the best, a speedy recovery, and I'm really excited to watch him play next year. Chris Herndon came alive during the game. That was a real surprise. He was catching some passes. I haven't seen enough from him that I want to bring him back, though. And I don't want to bring him back. I understand he has more time, on his rookie contract. He does have another year. So we're probably stuck with him next year, but I don't want to see him back. I really think that we should draft a tight end somewhere in the draft. I'm not going to get into draft, too much draft content right now. The draft content will be coming January 11th. That's after D-Day, a week after D-Day, after Adam Gase is fired. And I'm going to do a whole, video on that. But, I'm getting off topic here. So, to wrap it up, really, it was an, disappointing game. You can't tell me how to be a fan. Look at it from my perspective, from the fans' perspective. We had so much riding on that first draft pick, and it's gone now. So, I'm going to get into a couple questions here. This was actually, a really heavy fan question video. If you guys have any fan questions, all you have to do is tweet them to me, and I've even been taking a few on Facebook. So let's get into the fan questions, right? The first fan question from Twitter comes from Jack at 5858Jack, and Jack wants to know, will fans admit that the constant need, in all capital letters, to heap excuses for Sam Darnold was wrong? Thank you for the question, Jack. No. Well, yes. There's a lot of people that were making excuses for Sam. I made excuses for Sam too because I liked Sam. But the excuses are there. You can't deny that this is all on Sam Darnold, right? We failed Sam at every chance we had. Whether it was the lack of development from him, the poor coaching staff, and just like the lack of weapons around him. Look at the Browns. Look at Baker Mayfield. He has Odell Beckham around him, Jarvis Landry, Nick Chubb. He has legit weapons around Sam Darnold, around Baker Mayfield. What do we have around Sam? Rashad Perryman? And who have we had around him in the past? Besides Robbie Anderson. It's just we haven't done enough for him. We failed him. We haven't gotten that number one receiver for Sam. Robbie Anderson, he's not a number one receiver. I'm sorry. During the second half of the season, he has really fallen off. He's no longer one of the top receivers in the league, a top 5 receiver in the league. But, the Browns went out and they got top tier talent for him. Look at Josh Allen. They built around him. They got Stephon Diggs around him. They have legit talent. Look at Patrick Mahomes, with Tyreek Hill and everybody else. These guys all have legit talent around him. Sam Darnold does not. Some of it is on Sam Darnold, no doubt. The bad play call, the bad play calls, the bad playmaking, the poor decisions, the interceptions. That's not on Adam Gase. But we have not done nearly enough to help grow our quarterback. And it's showing now. So that's why I understand the people that do want to see Sam here next year. And like I said, I think at this point it's just better off just build around him. It's gone at this point. We're not getting Trevor. I don't see the Jaguars winning any more games. But it's really a two-way street. A lot of it, like I said, is on Sam. But I do understand the people that think that Sam Darnold was failed because he was failed. But anyway, thank you for the question, Jack. Sorry, I wish I had a better answer for you, but that's just how it is. It really is 50-50. A lot of it was Sam. A lot of it was, the Jets organization. All right, so the next one comes from Kieran at Welsh Jets fan on Twitter. Do you think we should use the second pick in the draft to continue to build the O-line? Yes, I do. Penel Sewell, however you pronounce his name, I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. He's the big, tackle from Oregon. He's a junior. He's 6'6", 330 pounds. He's huge. And everybody's saying that we should go for him now, which I really, you can't go wrong with him. Put Becton on one side and him on the other side. And, we're looking at a pretty steady offensive line. Also, a couple other guys that I think, maybe Wyatt Davis from Ohio State. He's 6'4", 315 pounds. He's a big stud. We definitely do need to continue to build the offensive line. And maybe with our first pick, I really want Jamar Chase. I really want that top tier number 1 wide receiver. And before the whole, tank for Trevor thing really started and I had a little bit of faith in Sam Darnold, I really did want Jamar Chase. He was the guy that I wanted. I still do want him. And now that, he's going to be available since we're not taking a quarterback, hopefully, he'll be here. We should do that. I don't think that if we do take Jamar Chase, I don't think that Sewell's going to be available with the Seattle pick. So it's really, it's really a big decision. We could argue that we need we need players at both positions. We do need that top wide receiver. I really want Allen Robinson to come here. I really hope that we could sign him. But we can't bank on that happening, right? And also, the offensive line is not where it needs to be. Sam still does not have great protection. It's an upgrade from where it was in 2019, but it's not where it needs to be. If we could solidify that offensive line, I think we should go for it. I really think that we should, go for the offensive line and then just hope that we do have a top-tier wide receiver with Seattle's pick. I have a couple questions from Facebook, and I'm not going to say the last names for, privacy reasons. John, he says, will Sam Darnold finally have that breakout year next year after Adam Gase is gone? I hope so. I really do hope so. I can't keep this thing on anymore, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so hot in this thing. Will I think Sam Darnold will have a breakout year next year? It's tough because he's damaged. He needs a lot of work. We need a top-tier head coach to come in here. We need a Matt Campbell. That's who I want. I want Matt Campbell. But we need a Matt Campbell, or we need an Eric Bieniemy and Arthur Smith to come really work with this guy. And we really need to surround Sam with talent. I don't think Sam is the quarterback. I've said it before. I don't think Sam is the quarterback to, help out the guys around him. He's not going to, elevate the talent around him, somebody like a Tom Brady would do. It's going to be, Sam needs a good team around him. He needs legit weapons around him. That's the only way that Sam's going to get better, I think. I don't think he's going to be that quarterback that elevates the guys around him. I'm sorry, I just don't think so. I don't think he's going to have a breakout season. I think that he's going to have a lot of improvement for that to happen. And I don't know if we could fix Sam, especially in 1 year. I don't know if we're going to be going to the playoffs next year. I don't know. Even with Trevor Lawrence, I really thought that we'd go maybe 6-10, something like that, because Trevor Lawrence is going to be like a rookie quarterback. So, yeah, my hair's a mess now, guys. I'm not even like in video. I shouldn't even be doing a video without the hat on. My hair's a complete disaster. Excuse me. But the other one comes from Devin. He goes, do you think Clemson's offensive coordinator Tony Elliott will come to the Jets? No, I do not. Especially not without Trevor. It'd be so great if he could come with Trevor, but I don't think he's going to be coming to the Jets. So no, I do not think so. The next question, the last one, comes from Tyler on Facebook. He goes, should we trade the second draft pick if we are drafting second? No. I mean, it does depend. Maybe we could draft it, but, we're picking that high up for a reason, because we're horrible. We need a generational talent. We need a great talent, whether it's, the best offensive lineman in the draft, whether it's the best wide receiver in the draft. We need the best player available with the second pick. Unfortunately, we're not going to be getting that first draft pick. It's just not happening. I don't see Jacksonville winning another game. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the fan questions. If you have any fan questions, all you have to do is tweet them to me, right? I will try to use all of them during the episode. Look out for episode 8 coming next week of the Everything NYJ podcast. Real quick, I'm going to do some predictions, some score predictions. The Jets are playing the Browns now. And I said that the Jets had no chance against the Rams. But I'm going to say the Jets 14, the Browns 24. I think it's going to be kind of a close one, but I don't think that the Jets are going to pull out a win this game. I just don't see it happening. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. Thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. It really helps me out. Go follow me on Twitter @EverythingNYJ. Happy holidays. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night.